that a husband cannot touch his wife or give her ghusl after her death, and he's not allowed to put her in the grave as he becomes non-mahram after her death. Now, this is quite common misconception among the people of the subcontinent. And I believe it might be something mentioned in Al-Hanafi school of thought. And whenever there is a dispute, what is a Muslim supposed to do? Allah mentioned that in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ. And whenever you dispute and have argument over an issue, then refer it back to Allah and to His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And all scholars say that referring it to Allah and to His Messenger alayhi salatu wasallam at the moment means referring it to the Quran and to the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So all the answers we need are found in the Quran and in the prophetic teachings. The Prophet's teachings and statements make the roadmap for us that we can abide by and live with. So we come to the issue of a woman becomes separated and not married to her husband after one of them dies. How valid is this? He cannot wash her, she cannot wash him. He cannot put her and place her in her grave because now she is a non-mahram, he cannot touch her. This shows how far people are from the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Why do we say this? First of all, the Prophet said ﷺ to Mother Aisha in an authentic hadith, when he came to visit her and she was suffering from a headache. She was ill and tired. So he was joking with her. And he said, while she was sick and having this headache, "Oh, Aisha, imagine if you die and I wash you, shroud you, and perform janazah prayer, and I bury you. Imagine if this happens." And Aisha was angry and said, "No, by Allah, you will go to one of my co-wives and spend the night there." So she did not think of dying or being washed, shrouded, and prayed janazah and placed in her grave, but she was thinking of her jealousy that overtook her again. So the Prophet is telling that, alayhi salatu wasalam, he might have washed her if she were to die before him. When the Prophet died, alayhi salatu wasalam, it was the companions who washed him. Mother Aisha said, had it been to me and my co-wives, my other sisters, no one would have washed the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam except us. Not only that, when Fatima, may Allah be pleased with her, the daughter of the Prophet ﷺ, died, it was Ali ibn Abi Talib who washed her. And when Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, died, it was his wife, Asma bint Umays, who washed him. So now we've referred this back to the Quran and to the Sunnah. Do we still follow this wrong opinion that prohibits a wife from seeing her husband after his death, from washing him, from touching him? Some people say, your wife died, we washed her, we're taking her to the masjid for prayer, but you cannot kiss her, you cannot see her face, you cannot touch her. What nonsense is this? The sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is crystal clear. The actions of the Sahaba is crystal clear. And as Muslims, we abide by that. We don't abide by whatever Tom, Dick, or Harry say in the religion of Allah Azza wa Jal. Because there are so many people who would come and say things that are not related to Islam. I think we have